Welcome back. Hope you had some really nice chats and discussions, working group project leads, and found out a lot more about the amazing People Power Places projects happening in Custom House and Canning Town. So we've just got a little bit at the end. As I said earlier, we wanted to try and make some of the element of this event hybrid so that we could enable people online who maybe couldn't join us in person to come on and ask a few questions of the project leads or anybody else really. So I think online we have working group member Franca, and we also have Councillor Charlie McLean. And I believe Anna is supporting us. So Anna, do we have Franca online?
Yes, we do.
Amazing. So project leads, please get yourself ready because I think Franca may have a question for you, particularly from the perspective of a working group member. So Franca, can I ask you to go ahead and ask your question, please?
Oh, Franca and I were having a bit of a conversation about who would ask the question. So I will go for it. So the question from Franca was, how can working group members support project leads?
Okay, so a great question and something we have talked about at working group meetings. So any of the project leads in the room, please have a very quick thing. How could working group members help you? I'm looking around, chops ladies are shaking their heads. Anybody want to come up and talk to me and have a think about how working group members might be able to help you. We've talked about skill sharing, haven't we? And things that maybe, you need a little bit more assistance with in your project. King's not sure, no. Come on, I can't answer for you. Simeon, anything? Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Thank you. Yeah, give him a clap. Brave man.
I mean, I feel like, where's the camera? It's weird. Ask me and I will come. Yeah, I feel very confident with everything. I think our project's going well. But I think that there's a lot of work to do to deliver on the ground. There's a lot of paperwork and everything to kind of get on top of, and I think that maybe our projects are being run by a couple of people, and we're all trying to be here as often as possible, but it's not always easy to make the contacts with the members of the working group, know who they are, and so I think actually that's the first thing I would like to do better. And then the next thing would be then about understanding what their particular interests are, any areas of expertise if they'd like to help out, because we're always willing to have extra volunteers and pairs of hands. But of course that does extend to obviously spreading the word. So I think one of the things I've really noticed about Newham working here is how many local WhatsApp groups there are, which is wonderful, because I mean I seem to be in so many of them, but I think there could probably I could always be in more of them, or maybe it's not about me being in all of them, it's about knowing which ones all of those working member groups are in, so we can share better. So I don't like to talk about it in terms of promotion, but it's like, how do we get those feedback loops happening in kind of with a shorter time scale, or sort of more just knowing what interests is out there and making sure that I'm getting our message out there, because we've got 6 different types of workshops or training, so it's quite hard to communicate the range of what we're doing. Does that answer?
I think perfectly. Yeah, thank you, Simon. So I think, yeah, it's almost going back to the beginning. And I think Madine, Maria and I particularly need to be the conduit and need to be the ones who can pair people up, look at the skills, and then the working group members can offer that, and the project leads can tell us what they can do. Sean is nodding. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the main thing here is you need to match up the work group members to the groups that have similar skills and interests, because my skill set is vast because I've had many years of experience. But the thing is, I need to know exactly what they're about and what I'm about so I can then be the best assistance I can be to them. And if it's anything to do with arts, music, theatre, film and television, that's my bag, so I can help them. But it needs to be something that, you know, that I can help them with, basically.
Sure, thanks. Luciano, did you want to come in?
I just want to ask the working group about the project. What's the coverage of the project? Does it involve training? That is involve business support? Does it involve land safety upgrading? Or does it involve permanent employment? Improvement in our parks, improvement in our streets or pavement, children, the schools, the teachers. What does it benefits? Or what about, I'm gonna ask, what about those people who are not participating? How do you encourage them to participate in your group or in the project? How they benefit? So those are the questions which need to be answered.
Thanks, Luciano. I think that's hopefully some of the discussions that have been going on here, and also our working group very much are involved in going out and doing the monitoring of our different projects, and they will ask those types of questions. Who are you reaching? You know, how are you fulfilling the priorities that were voted for by the people of Custom House in Canning Town? And how are you benefiting people? So any other project leads want to come and be brave like Simeon and answer Franca's question about how the working group can support the projects? Or any other comments or thoughts? It was all buzzy and everybody's gone quiet now. I'm thrusting the microphone at them. No, Denise is coming, aren't you, Denise? She's coming, Betty, don't worry. Another clap.
Hi, so I'm Denise Evans-Barr. I'm from the Custom House Community Bookshop. I think for us, the way the Working Party can actually help us is to actually come to all these different projects and actually get involved, because it's good to know you guys are there, but sometimes us telling you what we're about, you won't get it. Sometimes you have to actually come into these different organizations and see physically what it's about to get a better understanding, and then together we can work out how we can help each other make the project better.
Thanks, Denise. So if I just go back to Anna and Franca online, how was that? Have we had some feedback from Franca? And I know she's got a very bad cough and a sore throat, so.
Unfortunately, Franca's internet dropped out for Simeon's answer, but
Yeah.
she came back for Denise's answer. So
Luckily
yeah,
we're recording now, aren't we? So
yeah.
yeah, great. Okay. Oh, Luciana's got another question. Yeah. Did you? Sorry. Can I just? Oh yeah. Sorry. Can we just take a question behind you? Try and get as much kind of participation. Pat.
Right, thank you. Yeah, this is for the working group, if they're all still here. I think you all need to pull your finger out and go and get involved, because you can't sit in your office. Remember, I was part of the group in the first round. You can't sit there and expect the group leaders to come to you. You need to go to them to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And yeah, that's it. It's not a criticism, even though it is. Yeah, you need to get out there and see what people are doing. Okay, that's.
Thanks, Pat. We've got one more question from Luciana.
From your project, you can see people on the streets lying on the ground, homeless people. So is there any of your project that will deal with these people, homelessness? If you go to Stratford, there's a lot around the Stratford Center. Is there in your project or in Newham that will solve this problem? maybe you have a shelter for the homeless people, or the day center, or night center, or winter. So is there an idea or a project, part of your project that will deal with it?
Right, have we got our ladies from your place? Yes, sorry, I can see you hiding at the back slightly. Do you want to just tell Feliciana and the rest of us here a little bit about your project, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're Your Place, formerly known as Caritas Anchor House. So we're just across the road, the Big Blue Building, Anchor House. And we're a homeless charity. We're 155 bed space. And so at any one time, we're looking after 155 residents who have experienced homelessness. And the mission in the charity is to end homelessness one person at a time. So it's always a capacity issue. We can't help everyone in Newham. The statistic at the moment is 1 in 20 people in Newham are homeless. But what People Power Places is supporting us with and helping fund is our education, training and employment, which is a really core part of that ending homelessness. Is that once they've come in, they're met with key workers and are in place with support services and the support they need. Once they're ready to start moving on, we can help our residents engage with education, training and employment opportunities. We run CV building workshops, we run interview practice and skills. We have community partners, organisations, corporates that we work with that come in and offer our residents these opportunities to help them get into employment. And the sort of benefits are twofold, and we've sort of seen that already from the work we've started doing with the People Power Places funding, is that our residents are more empowered with those practical skills to sustain employment, which will then help them to sustain long-term tenancies afterwards and sort of end their homelessness. But it's also that confidence building, that sort of mental well-being when they come into employment activities that we're now able to put on. They can come and they can engage with other residents that they usually don't see. They can feel more comfortable in those soft skills, and it really helps sort of improve confidence, because it's such a knock when you become homeless, especially trying to get back into employment after that. And so that's what the funding from People Power Places is helping us with, and that's how we can then help people in Newham with that.
Amazing, thank you. So, Feliciana, I'm not going to come back to you again, I'm afraid. Not this time, because we've had a couple of questions from you and we've only got a few minutes left. It's gone quickly. So, any other comments online, Anna? Or questions?
No,
before
that's it from us
wrapping up?
online. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Any other comments or questions in the room before we sort of start wrapping up? I don't want to say apart from Feliciana, but is it a quick one?
I am a volunteer shelter project. I know.
You're a volunteer shelter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cook, I prepare tables, I prepare beds, so I know. Now, homeless people, we give them up on the different churches. Tonight, St. Francis in Stratford. Tomorrow, in Canning Town or Forest Gate. They're moving around. Every night, they move around. So that's the way the shelter is going on. No permanent. Now, sometimes they get job. So when they're taken off from the list, they get job. So they came back and said, I got the job. So that was happened. That's one way of doing this shelter project. Volunteering is part. So it's good.
Thank you, thank you. Betty, hello.
Hello. Most people know me. I'm Bessie O'Connell. I'm one of the working groups. I know I've been missing for quite some time, but a few people were talking to me tonight, and various people. And the thing is, we would have probably been best if we had the different groups that's here tonight come up, do the presentation first. Then we go and have a cup of tea and a chat, because being in two different rooms, when we went to the other room, there wasn't the people there. So maybe for the next time, it might be a better idea. Okay?
Okay, Betty, thank you. We tried a little planning, because we've got 15 in theory. We knew that sort of even a 5-minute presentation each was gonna roll on a long period, so, but all feedback welcome, so. Right, closing remarks, so, these are just a few snapshots, Learn and Earn Hub, we're over in the corner. They transform our Keir Hardy room into a cocktail mixing lounge every sort of Monday morning, afternoon. King sort of transformed this room into a barber salon, didn't you, a few weeks ago? And just, you know, some flyers, if we go on to the next one as well, Chris, please. And some pre-football, some of Simeon's project there, activities, and a lovely picture here from.
George's Day.
I know, I'm saying football at the back, but yes, no, definitely St George's Day, we know that from Chops, and with the Pearly Kings and Queens, I believe, yeah. So, very well attended, and quite a few of our working group went down as well and had a great time. So, if you haven't done so already, please give us your feedback. We're always trying to improve. So we can scan the QR code or fill in a form or see a member of staff who's got one of the, yes, Susanna is ably demonstrating and Maria got the tablets. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for taking part. Thank you for engaging. Really nice events. And I hope to see you at the next one to hear further about the progression and fulfillment of the project. So give yourselves all a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining online. I'm going to end the meeting now. Right, take care.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks for joining. Hope you feel better soon, Frank.